on then, puppy. Who's a good boy? Well done. Crave. Hi, puppy. He's a good boy. Maganda ang kranto. Good boys. Welcome back to Portugal News in central Portugal. We've been away now for a few weeks. We were really busy and we got flu. So the main reason we were unable to vlog was because both Dave and I got the flu, and it was quite a bad dose of flu. So we were quite knocked out for a couple of weeks because of that flu. We're better now, but we're still a little bit groggy. Another reason I've sort of been running out of time to do these vlogs is because I've started a new job. So some of you might remember that I was a secondary school teacher in the UK. I was an art teacher for 10 years. And then since we've been to Portugal, I've not had a huge amount of luck finding any work, to the point where I just set up my own business here. I opened up a cafe for a couple of years, but it didn't make a huge amount of money. But fortunately, as my last job of property managing, so I was looking after people's Airbnbs for them over the summer, as that sort of started quietening down, an international alternative school here was looking for a part-time teacher and someone that could help out with an autistic teenager in the school, and I thought that's perfect for me. So I've been doing that job now since September, and I'm still sort of helping out with some of the properties I've been managing, even if they've not got guests. One of the properties I showed you on this vlog is a really big, it's like a Portuguese chateau. It's like a huge big manor house. So that still needs work. So I'm still I'm juggling quite a bit of work at the moment, and obviously Dave's really busy, and it's mad really. It's all or nothing. So you either get absolutely no work, or Dave's always got work because he's a builder. But for me, it's like sometimes people need you and sometimes they don't. So at the moment, I'm very, very, very happy. I've got a bit of work, but I'm going to keep trying to do the vlogs because it's really important. I want to show you how we're getting on, because for the first time in 5 years, it actually feels like we're getting somewhere. I'm in the forest just down from our house. And I've left the bathroom window open, and the dogs are going absolutely bonkers. Obviously, they're worried someone's going to kidnap me. So you might see one of the dogs, especially Bran, popping up in the bathroom window, and they'll probably bark throughout the whole time I'm trying to film. Uh, but the main reason I brought you down here to the forest, just down from the house, is because it's really beautiful this time of year. So it's all like orange, rusty brown, gorgeous colours. All the leaves have started falling down from the trees, and it's just a carpet of that orangey brown leaves. But we get sort of different harvest seasons in Portugal. So I'm thinking now, the first one we had was wine. So there was a grape harvest, and that was at the end of the summer. So everybody gets together, collects all the grapes, and and then they're turned into wine, which we all enjoy. And then the harvest after that was, I think it was olives. So everybody has to collect the olives, and then from the olives we get olive oil, and people make all sorts of stuff from the olive oil. Like there's so many like really nice companies here that make things like organic soaps and stuff from the olive oil, and obviously food. So yeah, so the olives have all been picked, harvested, and I think there was quite a bit of olives this year. And then after that comes the chestnuts. So I've done a vlog in the past where I've shown where I collect all the chestnuts, because all these trees here, the majority of them are chestnut trees. So you get the Magusto, which is a festival where you harvest the chestnuts. And in one of my vlogs, I did a chestnut butter, like a peanut butter from the chestnuts. But I've brought you down to the forest today because I'm going to pick some mushrooms. So the parasol mushrooms have been ready for a couple of weeks. They've been coming up now for a couple of weeks, and we've got a couple more weeks to go of them. But the last 2 weeks, the weather's been absolutely terrible. It's just been raining loads. So I've not come out here to come and pick them. But luckily, the wild boar haven't trampled on all of them and there's some left. So I'm going to pick some of those massive parasol mushrooms now, and I'll probably use them either tonight in dinner or tomorrow because they're really beautiful, they're really delicate. And I think there's another vlog that I did where I did mushroom and chicken pies. I'm sure I did a mushroom pie vlog. So yeah, I'm gonna just show you the mushrooms and also just show you how beautiful this forest is, which we don't know who owns it. So Dave and I desperately want to buy. There's 4 tiers. So there's that one, this one I'm standing on, and another two. And it's flat, beautiful forest land just below our house. And we don't have a load of land with our house. I think it's 500 meters. We haven't got much. So yeah, it would be amazing if we could buy this land. But we still don't know who owns it. Nobody uses it. Occasionally, people come and pick chestnuts or mushrooms, but we've got no idea who owns it. Anyway, right. So I'll show you some mushrooms. So I've got some mushrooms. I give them a good shake because there's important spores at the bottom that need to come off, and a brush, because I think these spores are really important for the mycelium. So I'll make sure I brush all of them off before I take them in. But these are the parasol mushrooms. These aren't the biggest ones. But I tend to just stick to these mushrooms because I know what they are. So a lot of the mushrooms can be confusers, is what I like to call them. And there's even one that looks like this that is poisonous. But when Dave and I first came to Portugal, we did a mushroom walk with an expert. He was called Jose Pais, and I think he's one of the world's leading experts in mushrooms. And he taught us quite a bit about the area as well. So it's not just about identifying the different types of mushrooms, it's about knowing what time of year, what area, what the weather's done, and what the soil is like. So there's quite a few different ways of identifying the different mushrooms. And this one, I'm absolutely sure it's a parasol mushroom and I can eat it. And they can get massive. So that's comparison to my face. I'll show you a picture of one I found last year, which was the size of my head. But they get bigger than that. But they smell so nice. I don't know what to compare it to. It's like if you've ever had like wild boar French saucisson, which smells a little bit like feet, which doesn't sound nice, but they smell so nice. And the underneath, it's so delicate and beautiful, like silk paper ripples. Um, and yeah, they're just delicious and they cook really quickly. You can just fry them with some scrambled eggs, bit of toast, and that's a fantastic dinner. So I'm going to go and pick some more, and I'll catch up with you in a bit. So there we go. I'm very happy with my bouquet of parasol mushrooms. That's the biggest one. It's quite a big one. Uh, it's not as big as the one I got last year, but it's still pretty big. So from me and Dave, thank you so much. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And hopefully, I will see you next week. Lots of love from us and the doggies.